With the promise of new content coming soon for Rust console, today we are going to take a look at some of the special servers that Rust actually used to have that the devs decided to remove. Back during the game's pre-release phase, we saw some of the most highly requested server types added into the game, and for some reason, these are still yet to return. Hey everybody, my name's Ben, we are the Beard Guys, and welcome back to another Rust console video. If you enjoyed the video today, then don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all things Rust console edition, and make sure you check out our Rust tips, tricks, and guides videos already on YouTube. With Rust now having been released for several months, with the devs focusing mostly on stability and performance, it's interesting to look at some of the unique servers and features that tons of people have been asking for that we actually used to have during the game's early access. Before Rust fully released on console, it went through various stages of early access and closed testing, and in the final few weeks before the game went live to the public, we actually saw two of the most requested server types made available for people to play. These were the gun training servers and boosted rate servers. Today I want to show you how those servers worked, talk about why they were awesome, and speculate as to why 11 have decided not to re-implement them into the game so far. First up, let's talk briefly about boosted servers. So boosted servers on Rust are essentially regular servers that have boosted harvest and gather rates. What that means for those of you who haven't experienced it before in Rust or other survival games is that whenever you try and harvest anything or pick up any resource, you'll get more of that resource than normal. So for instance, a 2 times boosted rate server would give you double the yield for every tree you chopped, every rock you picked, or pig you stabbed. It also gives double the yield of certain items found in crates and barrels, most notably the amount of scrap you find, but it won't double one-off items like guns or C4. What we actually saw during the closed testing period were 3 times boosted rate servers that were on a daily wipe schedule. Now, daily wipe might sound kind of extreme, and it probably would be in full release, but during the beta period, it worked really nicely for short sessions to test things out, and I would guess it also gave some useful data to the devs on carrying out regular server wipes. Personally, I actually really enjoyed playing on these servers since, with the 3 times boosted rates, you can jump on for a one-off session with just a few hours in an evening and end up getting a whole lot done. It was also a really great way to first learn the game, as you can keep trying out different base designs and tactics and get started again really quickly from scratch whenever you get another chance to play. I think 2 times or 3 times boosted rate servers with short wipe times would be really popular, as they will allow for people who don't have a crazy amount of time to play to be able to just jump on and have 1 or 2 sessions in a wipe and still be able to do more than just throw up a crappy 2x1 with a wooden door. Even if you just play once for 3 or 4 hours as a duo on a 3x, I reckon you could have a good bit of fun in that time, or even just practice some building as a solo. With scrap being boosted too, it makes it easy to get workbenches down, to research BPs, or to just go and buy some guns and roam around a bit and practice your PvP. Of course, you'll still get the no-lifers playing on boosted servers, so there will be the usual zergs rolling around, and now they're going to have 3 times the normal amount of C4, rockets, and ammo. But I do think these servers would be both useful and popular for many players. I'm not sure exactly why 11 haven't reintroduced these servers yet. It feels like an easy win to me to have a few knocking around that would just add a little bit of variety to the playing experience. I suppose they might be concerned about performance and stability, as if people are able to gather resources more quickly, then they'll be able to build structures a lot more quickly, and it might fill up the map a bit. But this could be countered with some nice short wipe intervals. The other hugely requested server type that we used to have and was so cruelly taken away was the free guns server. These were only around for a very short time during the beta period, and they were basically just regular servers, except every time you spawned, you started with an inventory full of guns and ammo. These ones in particular would give you a full set of metal gear, some syringes, a pile of ammo, and an AK, MP5, M2, LR, and a Python. With many of the guns in Rust being pretty hard to control, especially when you were brand new at the game, it was great to be able to have somewhere to practice with them a little bit and get a feel for the recoil. The recoil patterns in Rust are kind of crazy, particularly trying to control them with a controller on console with some of the horizontal recoil that you see in guns like the AK and the MP5. These servers were also really useful for getting your sensitivity settings dialed in and feeling just right. I managed to get a little bit of time on these servers while I was recording videos, but sadly not enough, as they were still absolutely terrible with all of the guns by the time they disappeared. You also didn't get any attachments on the weapons, and most of the iron sights I find take a little bit of getting used to. Servers like this would be hugely popular if they were made available and would help struggling players level up their gun skill a bit and let them enjoy the game some more. It would be great to see these return, and also for it to give you some attachments and maybe more gun selection when you spawn in. I do wonder if potentially these servers have been kept away because it might make it an easy place for people who are using cheats or controller mods to try and refine and train those. But despite these risks, I still think it's better to have a place for players to practice their gunplay. I think that would be a really positive step for Rust on console. I would guess it's more likely the devs have got rid of these servers just because they wanted to keep things simple until they had all the major bugs and performance issues resolved. Which means not having loads of different server types with weird settings, different wipe times, and stuff like that going on. And I can kind of understand that mentality, but I do think it really is time to see just a little bit more variety available for people to play. Everyone is struggling from the lack of content right now. People are waiting for monuments, we're waiting for community servers, and maybe just throwing in a couple of wacky rule servers that we've already seen them use might just help keep people's interest going until we see some of those bigger features. Let me know in the comments down below if you had a chance to play on these servers when they were available, and also if you think there's any other types of official server you think Double 11 should be doing. Things that need active moderation like team size restriction are going to have to wait until we get private community servers, but I'm sure there's other interesting ideas that people can come up with. With the Rust public test server due to be released soon, hopefully these are some of the things we may see being tested on it. So that's about everything for today. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to click like on the video if you did enjoy it. My name's Ben, we are the Beard Guys, and I'll see you next time.